Alright, welcome grade 12. So on today's lesson, I'm going to give you an explanation on inventory valuation. So this is a simple chapter, this is a straightforward chapter. So I hope you will learn something from the activity that I'm going to give you today. So this is a basically question which was set on the one of the previous papers. So remember, in grade 12 you don't only calculate, but you are also required to have some of understanding of word, some of understanding on how are you going to interpret your answer. Please guys, when you practice, make sure that you understand the theory, so that whenever they ask you a question to give the explanation, you will be able to identify those problems. All right, so let's start with our question. The first part, we have to choose the correct word. Okay, then 5.1.1 they said the specification or weighted average stock valuation method is best suited for products of similar value purchased in larger quantities. Alright, let's talk about three types of method of valuation. We have Fifo, which is first in and first out. The method assumes that the stock that we purchase first is going to be sold first. So simple as that. So if we are talking about the average weighted method, this method, they don't actually calculate the actual cost of the inventory, but the method estimate the average of the inventory. So if we are talking about the specific identification method, we are talking about the method that calculates the actual price of the inventory. If we are saying, for example, we have a TV number 1 which is costing 10,000, TV number 2 which is costing 12,000. When we calculate using this method, we have to use that actual price of 10,000 when we calculate the closing inventory of TV number 1. When we go to TV number 2, we have to use the actual price of 12,000. Simple as that. So in this question they said the method which is best suitable for product of similar value purchased in larger quantity. Which method is going to be suitable? It will be weighted average method. Why this method? Because they said they talk about the similar product with similar what? Value. For example, let's say today we stock the Simba with the cost price of 5 rand 20 cent. Tomorrow we stock another one, they increase the price, they say it is 5 rand 30 cent. We can't calculate those cents using the actual price. We have to do what? Average, so that it won't waste what? Our time, because the packet that we are going to purchase will be too much. So the suitable answer for this one is weighted average method. 5.2, the cost of sale is determined at the point of perpetual, then we have periodic inventory system. So the cost of sales is determined at the point of sale. This is perpetual inventory system. Why? Because in perpetual inventory system, we calculate the cost of inventory immediately when the customer purchase the inventory. Simple as that. So in periodic, remember, we only calculate the cost of sales at the end of the year. All right. So 5.1.3, okay, stock valued according to the first in first out or weighted average method. To determine the stock on hand by recording the cost price of the most recent stock purchase. The correct answer will be Fifo, first in first out, because on first in first out we determine the stock on hand by recording the price of the most recent stock. The one that we purchase last is the one that we assume that is the one that we left with. Simple as that. So please make sure that you understand this principle so that you can be able to in marks on question like this. Alright, the next question. In the periodic inventory system, carriage on goods purchased is recorded as a expense or asset to the business. So if we are using a periodic, the carriage on goods purchased is recorded as a what? As an expense. But if we are using a perpetual inventory system, guys, the answer will be an asset, because in this case we are using the periodic. The carriage is recorded as a what? As an expense. So please take note of that in case they change the question. Alright, now let's go to 5.2 where we have to also calculate. Okay, you are provided with the information related to Hot Wheels Pty Ltd for 3 months ending 30 September 2017. The business trade in motorbike and helmets. Alright, so we have two products, which is motorbike and helmets. Okay, Mike the owner want to assess his stock record before any price increase during the year. Okay, then we have a required part. Let's look at the required part. First one is based on motorbike. Calculate the value of closing stock on 30 September 2017 by using the specific identification method. If you still remember, this method I said is only calculate the inventory using the actual price. Okay, so how are we going to calculate this closing stock? Let's go to motorbike information. Alright, there it is. We have information for 3 months and 30 September 2017. Then let's check. At the beginning on 1 July 2017, we have only one model, which is A2. We have unit of 12. The cost price was 24,300. Then the total price was 291,000. Okay, so let's proceed. Total purchase that we have of A2, we purchase 6, A3 we purchase 15, A4 we purchase 18 units. Alright, what about the one that we sell? We sell on A2 we sell 8, on A3 we sell 11, on A4 we sell 10 units. Now we want to check how many units left on A2 so that we can calculate the remaining of closing balance. Alright, A2 we have 12 at the beginning, then we purchase another 6, which make it 18. 12 at the beginning plus 6 that we purchase is give us 18. And out of 18 we sold 8, which means that we remain with 10. Simple as that. The one that we're remaining with of 10, we are going to multiply it by what? By our cost price of 24,300. 300. Alright, let's go to calculation. Question 5.2.1. Alright, remember we left with 10, which we have to multiply by cost price of 24,300. Okay, then remember we also have to add the other product. Let's go to the second one, A3. A3 at the beginning we don't have anything, but during the year we purchase model of A3 of 15 unit. Then out of 15 we sold 11, which means that we remain with 4 unit. Then the cost price is 27,400, which means that we have to say a 4 units that we left with multiplied by 27,400. Okay, let's go to calculation. We are going to say 4 multiplied by 27,400. Then we close brackets. Then we add the last one. Okay, even the first one supposed to have a bracket. Okay, then let's go to the last one, which is model A4. So A4 at the beginning we didn't have anything, but during the year we purchased 18 and we sold 10, which means that we remain with 8. We remain with 8. Okay, 8. Then the cost price, remember they said is costing 31,000. We have to multiply by 31,600. 31,600. That is the cost price. 31,600. There it is. Alright, then after that, now we can calculate what? The total. Punch it on your calculator. Then, after you have calculated, it will give you an amount of 605,400. That will be an answer. Alright, then after that we have to go to 5.2.2. Okay, let's go and read 5.2.2. They said Mike require you to advise on 3 different models of motorbike in which he is trading. Explain 2 points of advice. 4 marks. Okay, guys, this is the question that you don't have to avoid. Please make sure you practice similar question like this one, because you are not only going to be required to calculate, but also to do what? To be able to give an advice. So that is the new syllabus that we are dealing with in accounting. You not only calculate, but you also required to do what? To explain. Okay, how are we going to explain? Let me show you. Very simple. Okay, we have to give this person advice, make advice. Okay, let's check. How do you give advice? Okay, let's check on A2. A2, at the beginning we have 12 units, then we purchase 6 units. In total we have 18 units, which we managed to sell only 8. What advice can you give him about this product? This product is not really selling, guys. Out of 18, we didn't even manage to sell even a half, which is very bad. So the first advice, he must discontinue to sell product A2. Alright, then let's go to the another product, A3. A3, we didn't have anything at the beginning. Then we purchased 15 during the year and we sold 11. This is very good, which means that customers are happy with A3. What can you advise him about that? He must stock more product A or 3. He must stock more product because this product is really selling. Alright. What about A4? A4, he purchased 18 and he managed to sell 10, which is little better because we sell more than a half. Okay, what advice can we give him? If you check on total sale, A4 contributed more than any other product in terms of total sale. So even on this one, he must also been consistent in A4 product. He must keep selling this product. However, he should not stock more than what he purchased because this stock is not much selling but is contributing a lot of money in terms of sales. Simple as that. You can give as many as possible advices as long as it's making sense and is related to the scenario that we have been given. Okay, now we have to go to 5.2.3. Okay, let's go and read the question. Calculate the value of stock on 30 September 2017 using weighted average method. What is the formula for average weighted method? Simple. The total value in terms of rand or cash on the top part. Then on the bottom part, we put the number of that product. So we add the opening balance and the one that we purchase, then we less any stolen or any return that we have, then we do what? The average price, then we multiply by units that we have at the end of the year. Let's start. So now we are dealing with helmets. It's not a motorbike, we are dealing with a helmet. So at the beginning of the year, we have 15,000 balance. Then during the year, we purchased 39,500. That's the total for July, August, and September. Then they say the return. 5 defective helmets from purchase in August were returned to supplier for full refund. Then 85,000 helmets were sold at 600. Remember, the sales helmets is not going to count when we do closing balance. Okay, let's start. We have 15,000 in the beginning, 39,300 of purchase. Let's first write this one is 15,000 of beginning, then plus 39,300 purchase during the year. Remember, we have to minus the amount of return. Let's first go back and see how we're going to calculate this return. They said 5 defective helmets. How are we going to get these 5 helmets? We have to say it was written in August purchase. August purchase cost price was 525. We have to say 525. We have to say 525 multiplied by 5 units of return. We have to do that. Okay, then it's gonna be you can just write the total of 5 multiplied by what was the price? 525. Then we close the brackets. Okay, then after that we divide by the number of units. Okay, let's take the number of units. At the beginning it was 30. The total purchase of 3 months it was 75, then minus return of 5. Okay, simple as that. 30 at the beginning, 30 units plus 75 that we purchase for 3 months minus 5 of return. Then after that, punch everything on the calculator. You will get the average of okay, let's calculate this one. Then it will give us 516,75. Then this is the average price. We have to multiply by remaining units at the end of the year. Let's go back and check if we given. Yes, we have been given the 30 September 2017 at 12 units was closing balance. Remember, they put a question mark because we don't have answer, because it's the one that we are looking for. Then we multiply by 12. Then it will give us, let's calculate, 6,201. That's the answer for 5.2.3. Simple as that. Okay, so now let's go to 5.2.4. Okay, 5.2.4. Let's go to 5.2. They said, is the weighted average method appropriate to value helmets? Give 1 point. Alright, let's go and check helmet prices if they are changing too much. At the beginning the cost price was 500, then it's go to 510, then it's go to 525, then it's go to 540. Yes, it's appropriate. Why? Because the item are on the similar value. The price is not increasing too much? The answer will be yes, the price are very similar. The price are not increasing too much. Okay, now let's go to 5.2.5. The last one. Mike suspects that helmets are being stolen from shop despite the security camera being installed. Provide calculation to verify his suspicious. What can Mike do to improve internal control stock? State 3 point. Okay, firstly we have to verify by calculating if there is any shortage. How do we calculate the shortage? Okay, our opening is 12. Okay, apology, we are talking about helmets. Opening is 30 units, then we purchase 75, then the total will be 75 plus 30 is give us 105. Then after that we have to subtract the one of return of 5, then we subtract the closing of 12. Remember the one that we calculated previous, the closing was 12. Then if you punch on the calculator, you will find that there is a 3 shortage. There is a 3 shortage, which means that some of the helmets were stolen. Now we have to give advice other than security cameras. If you write security cameras, you are going to get it wrong because they already stated it on a question. Okay, the first one, of course, is division of duty. The employees must not work alone. If we are counting inventory, at least 2 or more people must recount that inventory in order to get the correct answer. Okay, so the other one is to improve security gate, not camera, security gate personnel, or the security at the gate must work with someone, or the security must have a tight control. Okay, the other one is to buy small quantities. Remember, if we only buy 2 quantities, no one can steal 2 quantities because they will be able to do it, to see it quick. So if you buy small quantity, it can be controllable, but if you buy many quantities, you won't be able to do it, to control. So any other reason is very acceptable as long as it make sense. So this is the lesson for today. Make sure you subscribe to this channel so that you will be notified when I upload other videos. So on today's lesson we didn't do Fifo method. I'm going to do it on the next video. So just keep on eyes on this channel. It will bring you the best videos that it will be assisting you to pass accounting. Thank you so much. Have a nice day.